Good morning. Thanks to Landmark and Z for making this event happen today. I'm so proud. We've partnered with Landmark and the Social Innovation Summit for, I think, more than 10 years now, but we've never had a year like this. We're living through some amazingly strange times, some challenging times. There's daily news that angers, that frustrates, that saddens me, but this community never ceases to inspire me. And so I'm so happy to be with you today and to be part of this community, which I think is making so much positive change. Today, we're going to talk about purpose, and we're going to talk specifically about corporate purpose statements to start, but they're only half of the equation. Really, purpose-led organizations require purpose-led people, and what we need is to help unlock the human potential that purpose can help to do. Fulfilling work, we know, attracts the best people. We know that it supercharges human potential. It drives productivity and efficiency in new and different and meaningful ways. It also can help move work from transactional to transformational. Purpose can really be an alchemizer. But it starts with the question of what's your purpose, which many people like myself can be very intimidated by. This sounds like this mountaintop exercise where you have to sit by a lake or go on a retreat to really ponder. And sometimes those experiences can be very transformational and worth every minute. But I think you can also do it as part of your daily life. You can ask yourself questions of what gives you joy, what drives and gives you energy, what exhausts you. Name 3 people that you admire and ask why. And you start these kind of introspection and this internal journey that can help you to uncover your sense of purpose and what drives you. We know these questions are not going away. While we all need to have jobs that fulfill our basic needs, and we need to be fairly remunerated for the work we do and the skills we bring to the organizations in which we work, what we also want is fulfillment. We want that higher sense of meaning. It's a personal journey. And I think my research on this has uncovered a few purpose statements that I think are really interesting and show just how simple it can be. Oprah Winfrey talks about her purpose as being a teacher. And I think that makes so much sense when you watch her. And I suspect she could be equally as happy being a K through 12 teacher as she is as a celebrity and talk show. Elon Musk talks about the power of trying and his desire to try. With his serial entrepreneurship, you can see that. You can also see the success that trying has brought him. So these aren't elaborate statements. They're simple statements of who these people are and what they seek to achieve. It's not about where you work. I think this is a common misconception that I need to go find a purpose job at an institution that is purpose driven, like the UN or a nonprofit. It's really about what you bring to that job, not necessarily the job you're doing, because missions can change, but purpose shouldn't. I think it's about a systematic, methodical approach to finding and living your purpose. It starts in a culture that supports purpose and identity, because I do think that purpose and a stronger connection to talking to your colleagues about what your purpose is, showing them the path that you've taken to get to purpose as an expression of who you are, can help to drive people's better understanding of you as a person, your identity, and ultimately foster belonging and inclusion within an organization. But it's not only the organization's responsibility, it's also about you finding your path and walking it. And that's the individual responsibility. It comes together in these experiences that reinforce purpose. And I think that's the marriage of the individual and the organizational's collective responsibility to help drive purpose. I like to think of myself as a rebel without a purpose. I don't think you can work in this social innovation space without having a little bit of rebellion, a little bit of change maker in you. But I also think about it as I'm more than one thing, and I think we all are. And my purpose is driven by 3 goals: to be the best husband and father I can be, to help companies maximize all their impacts, and to live a life of adventure. That first photo showed me working kite surfing in Brazil, where I was on a solo kite surf adventure for 250 miles, just me and a surfboard and a waterproof backpack and a kite. And I'd go 50 miles a day. And it was a really amazing personal journey, relationship with others, my relationship with myself, and my relationship with fear. I don't think you have to have an experience nearly as extreme as that to understand and help unfold your purpose for yourself. But for me, it was an important step. But how do I put my purpose into action at work? I do that by building experiences that help people and organizations maximize their potential. And I do that through communities like the Social Innovation Summit. So it comes back to, who are you? What do you want to do? What change do you want to drive in the world? And what legacy do you want to leave? What's your purpose? Because at the end, the truth is times are tough and the next steps are going to be very difficult for many of us, especially in underserved communities. And the more we can help, the more we can give back to those communities, the better. And many times that's through this higher sense of purpose. And it's easier to know how to find that fulfillment when you know how to find that fulfillment. And I hope you might even find that at work. Joseph Campbell said that a hero is someone's given his or her life to something bigger than themselves. And my hope for you all is that you'll be the hero of your story and that you'll live your purpose. Thanks very much.